Hello everybody, welcome to my YouTube channel Make It Easy. If you are new to my channel, go and subscribe. And if you are already a subscriber, then let's continue. So today we are here with a very important topic, that is the Dalton's atomic theory. The term atom was first nurtured by many Greek philosophers, but actually it got established by or proposed by John Dalton in the year 1803. The postulates, there are total 5 important postulates of the theory, and we have to know the postulates in detail. The first one is, all matters are made up of very small discrete particles, those are called atom. And it was earlier told by the Greek philosopher Democritus and Leucippus. Dalton actually classified these atoms into two prior types, that is the simple atom, which are of the elements, and compound atom, that are of the molecules, that are afterwards called molecules. And he told at last that atoms cannot be created nor be destroyed. You can easily see the picture that if we take a solution, the particles of that particular solution will look like this. They will be in the random motion. Now, as the first postulate is cleared, we will go to the next one. The next one is, atom cannot be divided into further smaller particles by any physical or chemical process. That means they will be the ultimate particle of a matter, and after that, if we divide the particular particle, that is the atom, it will lose its characteristics. Now see the picture, there is a iron block, and if we go for the molecular arrangement, we can see that they are in close packed structure, and they are made up of small discrete particles, that are the iron atoms. And after that, if the atoms are broken into further extent to smaller extent, they will lose its characteristics. And that is why Dalton told that atoms cannot be divided into smaller particles by any means, chemical or physical, no matter. Okay, so now the second postulate is clear, I think. So we will move towards the third one. It tells us that atom of a particular element will be identical in mass, size, and many other properties. Let us assume, see the picture. We are taking two samples, that is one of water and another is oxygen. In case of water, the oxygen atom present, and in case of oxygen molecule, the oxygen atom is present. Both will have the same characteristics, that is the mass, it will be 16 gram per mole, radius, atomic radius, it will be 60 picometer. Okay, so there will be of same mass, size, and other properties will be same in these cases, because they are of same element. Okay, now the fourth one will be the opposite one. Just atoms of different elements will be different in mass, size, and other properties. Let us assume again, let us take water as a sample, and there are two types of elements present over here. One is hydrogen, one is oxygen. So if we compare hydrogen and oxygen, mass of hydrogen will be 1.008 gram per mole, and atomic radius will be 53 picometer. Whereas in case of oxygen, it will be the mass of oxygen will be 16 gram per mole, and the atomic radius will be 60 picometer. So they will be different in case of mass, size, and properties also. Okay, so at last we will just know the fifth one, the fifth postulate, which is already done. I have already taught over there. It is nothing but the law of constant proportion. It is already taught in my channel, and if you want, you can go and search for it, and you will get the explanation over there. But now I am telling that atoms of different elements may combine in simple whole number ratio. Simple whole number means nothing but 1:2, 1:3, 1:3, etc. to form compounds, and these particular compounds are nothing but the molecules. And nowadays we have the concept of molecules, and I think in the next video we will go for the limitations or the drawbacks of Dalton's atomic theory. And no more for today. Thank you and have a nice day. If you like my video, go and subscribe my channel and give a like. Thanks.